Kyler Murray signing a deal, an extension, with the Arizona Cardinals. 5 years, $230 million, $230.5 million. 160 of that is guaranteed. It's going to work out to about $46 million a year. What are my thoughts on this? What are my thoughts on Kyler Murray? Personally, I like Kyler Murray. I do. I think he's got a lot of flack because of the postseason he had against the Rams last year. It was atrocious. But I can't put all that on him. I mean, it just happened so quick. They had some guys that were injured, and the Rams went on to win the Super Bowl that year, obviously. So they just got absolutely demolished, pancaked by them. It was an overall embarrassing performance from the whole team. Yes, he did some dumb stuff that really cost them that game, but they weren't going to win that game. They weren't going to win that game at all. So, and you have to look at a point last year. I think they were 7-1, until some injuries. He got injured a little bit. D-Hop got injured. They had J.J. Watt was injured. I mean, they had guys that were out. So you're not going to find many young quarterbacks that are on that top 15 area that are still young and can still develop and get better. What other options do the Cardinals have? I think they would be stupid to trade them. And I think that was a little bit of a talk this offseason. It didn't happen. But, I think if you're a Cardinals fan, I'm not a diehard. I haven't sat and watched a ton of Kyler Murray film. I'm only going based on what I've seen, what I know, and what the general thought is. But I like Kyler. I think he can get better. I think there's been questions about his leadership, his motivation. Is he really there? Is he this? I didn't think Kyler Murray was going to be all that good in the NFL, and I was wrong. Because the first half of the season, he was probably the NFL MVP. And then they kind of tampered off and fell off there at the end. But I like Kyler. I like what he brings to the table. I like his skill set. I think for his size, I don't mean to make this a height thing, but for his size, he's absolutely incredible. I thought that was going to hold him back in the NFL. Was I wrong? I was wrong. I like what he brings to the table. And I think if you're the Cardinals, you've got a good team. You got a very solid foundation. You made the playoffs last year. You're going to try to redeem yourself this year. You're getting Hopkins back. You're getting Watt back. You got some guys you brought in. The NFC is the weaker conference out of the two. So I think they'll be back in the playoffs. And I think Kyler's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, hearing what the media says. But now he's got his deal done. He's got his money. He's where he wants to be. So let's see it. Let's see it happen. He's got no excuses now. But for the most part, I do like Kyler Murray. I like what he brings to the table. I like his skill set. I think people are a little bit down on him just because of a bad playoff performance. Same way people were down on Lamar. He didn't have a great playoff performance. Not this season, but last season when they were a top seed. Let's give the guys a chance. Let's see what they can do. Good move by the Cardinals, and they made Kyler Murray a very rich man. So that's my thoughts on that.